Hey, Jim Wolf here with dating advice for men who love women. Having female friends can be a great thing. And if you're already friends with a woman right now, it can definitely work out with her in terms of having a romantic relationship with her, assuming that she's interested in you as a romantic partner. So if you're already friends with a woman, it can work out with her. However, if you want to date a woman or be in a romantic relationship with her, then you have to be very careful when it comes to the word friend. And that's what this presentation is all about. The word friend and what it means in terms of your dating and relationship success. Now, here's the thing. A lot of men think that they should become friends with a woman and then sometime later let her know how they feel about her. And I didn't know this before, but there's actually a lot of relationship experts that recommend being friends first as well. And so, in other words, a lot of men out there think that they should start out on the friends track with a woman and then randomly spring their interest on her as a romantic partner at some point in the future. And they think that that gives them the best chance to actually make something happen with her, or they think that things will be easier that way, or they think it will make a better relationship if they do it that way. And on the other side of this coin, some women even say, I like to be friends with the guy first before I date him. So, is it really a good idea to be friends with a woman first when you want to date her, or not? Well, you probably already know where this is going. However, we're going to get into some nuances about this that might give you more clarity as we go through this topic, so bear with me. Here's the bottom line. If you want to date a woman, if you want to be in a romantic relationship with a woman, then it's not a good idea to be friends with her first. You should not be friends with her first. And why is that? Well, it's not a good idea to be friends first for three main reasons. First of all, it's very difficult to switch tracks. Once a woman labels you as a friend type of guy in her mind, it's very difficult for her to start thinking of you as a potential romantic partner. And, by the way, once a woman labels you as a potential romantic partner, it's also difficult for her to start thinking of you as a friend kind of guy. Going that way is easier than the other way, but once she has some kind of image of the type of guy you are to her in her mind, it's difficult for that image to change. So if she sees you as just a friend right away, she's probably going to continue seeing you as just a friend forever. That's kind of her image of you. And if she sees you as a potential romantic partner kind of guy, someone that she's attracted to that way, it's hard for that to change as well unless you do something to lower her interest in you. So it's difficult to switch tracks. And then the second reason why it's not such a good idea to be friends with the woman first is that if you do that, you're not really being honest and owning your interest in her. Listen, being interested in a woman is a normal, good thing. It's the reason why we're all here right now. So from now on, own your interest in a woman. Yeah, I'm interested in her, and it's not really a big deal. That's the winning attitude you want to develop. Of course you're interested in her. And you're not completely sold on her yet. You don't really know her that well, probably. That's the winning attitude. So you're not going to deny your interest. Your interest in her is a good thing. Now, if she's not interested in you that way back, you have to find a way to accept that and move on. But it's always a good idea to own your interest in a woman because it's a good thing. Also, women are attracted to confidence. And hiding your true intentions and your interest in a woman is not really a confident move. And so the third main reason why it's not a good idea to be friends with a woman first if you want to date her is that it's far better just to show your interest in an attractive way from the very beginning and allow her to respond to that versus wasting your time making her think you're a friend and then springing your interest on her all of a sudden randomly later and expecting her to react well to that. When you gave her no indication of your interest romantically before, and then all of a sudden you bring it in, ooh, We don't know how she's going to react to that. So what you want to do is be kind of upfront and honest with your intentions from the beginning and allow her to respond then versus kind of randomly springing it on her later. Now, of course, you must show your interest in an attractive way by showing her your interest through your actions, not by telling her how much you like her. And so what you want to do is just start a conversation with her. Ask her for her phone number. Ask her out on a date. Go for a kiss by the end of the second date, etc. That's how you show her that you're interested in her romantically without telling her that you like her with your mouth. That's what you want to do, and that makes it very clear to her what your intentions are in an attractive way. And isn't being honest and confident the whole time a better move than hiding your true intentions, as we talked about in the last reason? Of course it is. So instead of trying to be friends with the woman that you're interested in romantically, show her your interest in an attractive way like we just talked about. That's much better than trying to be friends with her and then trying to switch tracks later. And that way she knows what you want from the beginning and can react to that accordingly. If she's interested in you, awesome, you can continue dating her. And if she's not interested in you romantically, she can let you know, most likely without telling you directly, by declining one of your date invitations, by turning her head when you go for the kiss, etc. And then at that point, you can decide if you still want to be friends with her or not, even though it's not going to work out with her romantically. So that's a much better position to be in, where you've already shown your interest in an attractive way, and she has made it clear that she's not interested in you that way. Then at that point, you can decide if you want to be friends with her or not, versus trying to be friends with her, but you really just want to date her. And kind of being in the friend zone. That's a much weaker position to be in. Now, having said all of that, here's one situation where being friends with a woman first can work. If you've already known each other for a long time, and it just hasn't worked out for you to date each other yet. For example, let's say you went to college with a young woman, and she had a boyfriend most of the time that you knew her, but you also always kind of had a good flirty vibe with her. And then when she broke up with her boyfriend, you had a girlfriend at the time, so you couldn't go out with her at that time either. Then, a couple years after that, both of you find yourselves single at the same time, and you run into each other at the grocery store. A situation like that can definitely work out. However, if you meet a new woman and you'd like to date her, just take the steps to show your interest in an attractive way instead of trying to be friends with her and trying to take some kind of side door into a romantic relationship with her. And again, remember, you don't want to be direct with your words, so you don't want to tell her how you feel about her. However, you do want to be direct with your actions. So you want to show her how you feel by attracting her properly and by leading her through all the steps. And now let's close out this topic by talking about what a woman really means when she says the word friend, because it can mean something different in different contexts. So when a woman says to you, "Let's just be friends," that's one meaning of the word friend. That means that she doesn't see you as a romantic partner, and that one's pretty obvious. And it's exactly the same thing when she says, "I just don't see you that way," or "I don't see my man in you." When a woman says something like that, it just means that her interest in you as a romantic partner is 0 or below, and she sees you as a friend kind of person. Or she might not even really want to be friends with you at all, and she's just a nice person and doesn't want to hurt your feelings. On the other hand, when a woman says this about her boyfriend or her husband, when she says, "He's my best friend," that means that her interest in him is at least 9 out of 10 or above. That means that he's reached the pinnacle of female interest where she's completely in love with him as a romantic partner, and she feels as connected to him as possible at the same time. And if you want to be in a relationship with a woman, that's exactly where we want to be. Because female interest is the number one most important factor in how your relationship with a woman goes. And we want a woman to be highly interested in us as a romantic partner and also feel that kind of rapport, friendly connection with us at the same time. And if you try to be friends with her first, you're in grave danger of eliminating that kind of romantic attraction spark. And we want both. We want to have that rapport and the spark. And so here's the main point. If you start out doing things the right way versus trying to be friends with the woman and then trying to switch tracks later, then you're much more likely to hear her say, "He's my best friend," about you a few years later versus, "Let's just be friends." Make sense? Awesome. Remember, a woman can become your girlfriend, or you can be her male girlfriend. And that is mostly up to you. And if you want to know exactly how to show your interest in a woman in an attractive way from the very first moment that you meet her until you've dated her for 2 or 3 months, she falls deeply in love with you, she becomes your official girlfriend, and then if you want to get married, she becomes your wife, and also how to build a great relationship with her that's satisfying for both of you as long as you want to be together and you want to have that attraction and that rapport at the same time, and you want to do all of that in the most attractive way possible, then go grab your copy of our best-selling Attract and Keep Her system right now. Inside the Attract and Keep Her system, you'll discover exactly what to do to show your interest in an attractive way the entire time you're dating a woman. And so you won't have to worry about being in the friend zone or about pushing her away too much. You will find the right balance of showing your interest in a way that's attractive to her and that allows her to fall deeply in love with you over time. And so if you want to know exactly how to implement what we talked about in this video in terms of starting out showing your interest in an attractive way versus trying to be friends with the woman first and then trying to switch tracks, then go to attractandkeepher.com/system. That's attractandkeepher.com/system and grab your copy right now. And as a thank you for checking out this presentation, we have some free gifts for you as well. We have some advanced free training for you, and you can get that by going to datingadviceformenwholovewomen.com. That's datingadviceformenwholovewomen.com. I'm Jim Wolf with Dating Advice for Men Who Love Women. Remember that your interest in a woman is a good thing as long as you consider her interest in you as well, and I'll talk to you later.